Hey everybody, Joey here from Clearwater Creations, coming to you live from Port Hope this afternoon. Just finished getting this nice pond all put to bed for the winter, so I wanted to give you a little quick run through of what I did while I was here. So the very first thing I did was I cut back and removed all the plant material here. So these iris here were all big and tall, and some rush in the corner there. I cut all of them back just below or just above the height of the water there, as you can see. I also removed all the lily pads and their stems from the bottom of the pond. And what I'm doing here is I'm just removing all the excess foliage, because that's going to die off and rot during the winter months, so we want to make sure that is removed. I left the pump running while I did that, and the reason I did that was because sometimes when you're cutting all these tall plants, little bits and pieces, you kind of miss, and it ends up in the pond. So with the pump still running, anything that I miss when I'm cutting gets drawn into the skimmer basket in here, so I can just empty that out once I've got all the plant material out of the pond, and that's exactly what I did. So once I was done with all the plants, I I shut off the pump and then removed it from the skimmer, which is in here. Once I did that, the biofalls in the top here was able to drain down, so I removed all the filter pads, the bioballs and everything that are in there, and I gave it a good clean out, and I cleaned off all the pads that are in the skimmer box and that biofalls filter. I basically clean out everything that we take out. And from there, we want to make sure we get this net over it. And as you can see, or maybe you can't in this video, but the net that I've put on here isn't actually lying directly on top of the water, so it's propped up above the water, and that's basically we do that just so any leaves that fall on top of the net aren't drooping down into the water, because that basically defeats the purpose. We want to make sure all that debris from the fall stays out of the pond, and that includes the stuff that's on top of the net as well. So, Bob's your uncle. Basically, we've cut back all the foliage now. We removed the pump and the filter pads and everything from the filtration system. We got the net over the pond, and the very last thing we want to do is get the bubbler and the de-icer in, which we have done, as you can see right there. It's a good idea to have that aerator running right underneath the de-icer there. That just gives you a better chance of keeping a hole in the ice, and it allows for a really efficient exchange of harmful gases and oxygen and that sort of stuff. So here we go. This is an 11 by 16 pond, all closed up for the winter. Thanks everybody. Have a good day.